Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your summer solstice reading for June. This is a general reading for the collective, so I'm not intending to give any individual messages like you might expect in a personal reading. But if this does connect, we'd greatly appreciate a thumbs up and a subscription if you like. If you're not sure of your planetary placements, because I will be using, when I talk about astrology houses, I'll be referring to houses based on Taurus rising. So if you have a different rising sign, like if your sun is in Taurus, but your rising sign is Cancer or whatever, you can, if you're not sure what it is, you can search the internet for, free natal charts. Sorry, my mind blanked there for a minute. Search the internet for free natal charts, enter your information, and it'll provide that for you. I'm going to be using a 5-card spread from this tarot deck, and I'll pull one card from the Oracle of the 7 Energies based on the 7 chakras. And I'll refer to this several times during the reading probably, and then again at the end. So let's see what the summer solstice, this reading is for from now, the summer solstice today, until the end of the month, so about 9 or 10 days. And what energies surround Taurus for the next 9 or 10 days. And we have, I've pre-shuffled the cards and cut them as well. They've been thoroughly shuffled. Okay, we have a powerful move for your energy. Oh, someone else got this too. I can't remember. Maybe it was Capricorn or Cancer. I can't remember. A powerful move. This is very auspicious. Number 15. Let's see what it means for Taurus here. The time for rest is over. Change is in the air. This is a powerful time when deliberate action is needed to move your intentions out of the realm of thought and into the material. So the last reading I did was on setting intentions and the manifestation cycle through the full moon. So this is a perfect card to go with that. The new moon was only a couple of days ago when you set intentions. So now for manifesting. How do you approach your relationship to the invisible world as it influences the visible? Do you see the relationship? Because that's manifestation, bringing the invisible into the reality, into the visible. Do you recognize yourself as a unique whole and a worthy being who has a special place in the world, whose offerings are valuable and whose life has meaning? You are a mighty co-creator, so step into that power and see your intentions manifest in the world. Real positive change is possible when you make choices from an authentic sense of self and take a conscious step toward your dreams. And Taurus, another point of interest here is that Jupiter just entered your sign, which means your first house, if you're Taurus rising, of your outward self, aligning that with your principles and your truth, your character, but it's your outward identity, how people see you, your attitude, how you communicate that attitude. So that's very much about manifesting as well. So this card is very timely here. Okay, well, let's look at your tarot spread. We have 5 cards, and the first one represents the energy surrounding you during the summer solstice period here. And we have the 6 of Pentacles. Well, that's nice because Pentacles are earth energy, and you are an earth sign. And the 6 of Pentacles is represented by Mercury. No, that's 5 of Pentacles. Excuse me. 6 of Pentacles is the moon in Cancer, which, I'm sorry, it's the moon in Taurus, which is very appropriate since you are Taurus. And now Cancer is ruled by the moon. And the sun entered Cancer today. And speaking of the sun, look what we have. My gosh, this is great. So your energy is the 6 of Pentacles, the moon in Taurus. Now moon, the new moon is when you begin to set your intentions and you begin the manifestation. So the moon, this card represents the moon in Taurus. These cards all fit together very well for manifesting, for bringing your desires, your goals, your dreams into realization, into reality. And so then for focus, so here's your energy, here's the focus that you should take for the last days of June. And this is the sun, which means ultimate manifestation for happiness, joy, fulfillment, success. This is like the happiest card in the entire zodiac. And then we have, in the unexpected, you're going to have periods of rest and repose and reflection. We'll talk about this more. This is air energy here, and the Six of Swords is represented by Mercury and Aquarius. Mercury is about to move into Cancer in about 4 or 5 days. The sun just moved in there today. So it's Cancer season. And then you have a Scorpio card for a message from Spirit. This is the Seven of Cups, water energy. And then for your possible final outcome, you have more water energy, the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is represented by the moon in Cancer. So you have the moon in Taurus, you have the moon in Cancer, and it's, like I said, it's Cancer season. Okay, well, let's get started clarifying here and talking about these and seeing what you have in store for you these last 9 or 10 days. That today, the summer solstice, is kicking off for the end of June. Okay, the sixes are really good cards. They represent harmony, stability, and the pentacles represent all the earth signs and your material resources. So that would be your income, your bank account, your property, investments, as well as people you work with that help you meet your goals at work and at home. People you can depend on. They're part of your material resources. And this says that you have reached a point in whatever you consider your work, whether it's a hobby, a side job, your full-time job, your career, your home, wherever your work arena, your sphere is. You've reached a point of security and comfort such that you can be generous and share with those who are less fortunate with you or who just need some temporary help to get back on track again. So this is very good. It's saying that you're making progress toward your goals. You're satisfied with the direction you're taking. You're satisfied with the way you're budgeting your money, the way you're distributing your resources, and that you're being generous with that. And Taurus, you're a very generous sign anyway. But you enjoy, you're not just all work. You're not, you've got a strong work ethic, but you don't drown yourself in work and just constantly dwell on that. You like a balance. You like to enjoy the comforts that you've earned in life, and you like to share those with others. You're very generous, but you're very chilled as well. So you're not a workaholic. But let's get some clarification on this. How is this energy going to support Taurus as he or she manifests during the summer solstice and toward the end of June? And by the way, this is major arcana right here. Major arcana is long-lasting influence. It's more impactful than these energies. These are more temporary, more day-to-day. This is like for a longer cycle. It could be months, maybe a year or more. Okay, so clarifying the Six of Pentacles, we have wand energy, and wand is represented by fire signs, which would be Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Now, the Seven of Wands, sevens indicate that you are stopping and you are evaluating how far you've come and where you want to go from here. They're about analysis. And the Seven of Wands takes the inspiration of the fire energy, that inspiration and energy, and also whatever plans you have, and you stand up for them. You make a stand. In other words, you clarify your boundaries. You communicate those to the outer world. You say, this is where I am now. This is where I'm headed, or this is where we are headed, and you defend those boundaries. You don't just say, okay, I'm going to need some quiet time now for the next 30 minutes, and then answer every time someone knocks at the door, or answer every text. You stick to your boundaries. You claim your space. You claim your intentions, your goals, and you stick to them. You defend them. And that's the way that you can start moving toward them. You don't let other people infringe. So when you set your intentions during that new moon cycle, and if you haven't, it's not too late to do it now. It looks like you need to include setting boundaries as one of your intentions, and that you intend to stick with it every day. And thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God, for supporting me as I take my time each day to work on whatever, or think about, or reflect. Another clarification card. Another major arcana. Let's cover them up. Don't want to offend viewers, and YouTube doesn't like us to either. They like us to cover them up. So it looks like you are, let's see, where is your Jupiter again? Oh, it's in your outward self, your outward identity and appearance, your attitude, your first impressions. Where's your Venus? Venus is in Leo. Which house is that for you? Where is Leo? It is in your fourth house, of home, family, roots, security. Venus is the planet of love, and that's also where Mars is. Mars is there as well. Mars is about getting the job done, focusing on, taking your goals and taking steps forward. So right now, Mars and Venus in home and family indicate that and also in foundations, indicate that that's where you're going to be manifesting probably most strongly. Yeah. And the lovers represents like a soulmate. If you're with your person now, if you're in a partnership, a marriage, it could mean that one is coming, but this is current energy. And I suspect if you're not already partnered with them, that's soon to come, because this is a soulmate. And it also represents commitment to whatever intentions you're setting, so that they will manifest, and thinking positively toward them. Remember, a powerful move, manifesting. And it also talked about getting rid, it didn't use the wording, but getting rid of the programming that we're susceptible to before the age of 25. We're much more easily influenced by peers, authority figures, society, culture, accepting what they say should make us happy, what they say our goals should be, how they say we need to live up to our potential. So and that gets programmed into our subconscious. So whenever we're feeling down or tired, we hear those little voices pop up again, telling us, "Oh, you don't deserve that," or "Oh, you're not good at that. That's not you're supposed to be working on this, not that. That's too trivial. This is more serious." So you're doing that. We're coming to the reflection over here in the unexpected, but keep that programming, those subconscious programming in mind when we talk about that, because this is about commitment. The lovers indicate commitment to each other and moving forward with mutual goals. And remember, you are defending those. You're standing up for those as well, for what you think is important in life. Okay, well, let's look at the sun here. This is where you're supposed to focus. Here's the energy that you've got. Whoops, lost their clothing. The energy you have to help you. And now let's look at how you need to focus that energy. You're going to take it now, and you're going to focus on, it looks like happiness. And I think it's going to be in the home and family, because we said that that's where did it go? Home and family. That's where your Mars and Venus are. Mars is the planet of action. And that's in your fourth house of home and family, your roots, your security. So true happiness is not just from the work area. It includes your entire life, all facets of your personal development and personal growth. Okay, I wanted to look at the bottom card. Why? Because it's the King of Swords. Okay, we're going to keep this one in mind. That's air energy right there. Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Okay, but let's look at the sun. Let me cut and clarify the sun for Taurus, please. And we get the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is the page is the youngest of all the court cards. They're learners, they're novices, and they bring all of that fresh enthusiasm to whatever it is they're learning. The Page of Cups is learning about fulfillment, happiness, love, creativity. They keep an open mind and an open heart. So you need to, if you are going to use this energy, this very auspicious energy here, to focus on your happiness and the happiness of those you love and those who depend on you, then taking and keeping an open mind toward what is real happiness, what will really bring that, not just material things, but being able to share it. Let me go there. Being able to share it as well. But what other facets of life are important here? Keeping that open learning attitude about it. Let's see what else we have. Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. So you've reached a comfortable stage of life. You're happy, you're pretty happy, but now you're looking at those Six Pentacles and saying, okay, is that all I want though? Is that all we want? my partner and I. What else is there? How do I want to? But sevens are about reevaluation and analysis, rethinking things and tweaking your goals. And that's what you do during the manifestation cycle of the moon, is that the moon grows brighter and brighter when it's waxing, and that's what it's doing now. You state your affirmations. You thank the universe and God, spirit, for helping you do whatever your intention said you would do. You thank them for helping you, supporting you in your action plan, and you start tweaking. You start letting go of things that may not be working, and adding things that are, or just adjusting so that things are working better. Let's get another cut here. One more clarification on the focus. So yeah, you're focusing on happiness, but you're going to make sure that you consider all facets of well-rounded life, and you're going to stop and adjust, monitor and adjust as necessary. Because Taurus, this is a Leo card, but I still think of Taurus because when I think of Taurus, I think of the bull, and that is strength. So this is divine strength. This is the major arcana here. You have the lovers and divine strength and the sun. So you have a lot of, that's major energy that will last way past just this 10 days we're talking about here. Divine strength means infinite strength. You have an endless supply of strength to help you move forward in manifesting your desires. Okay, so we see what they want you to focus on, how they want you to focus. Let's see why this reflection is going to be a surprise. I have a feeling it's going to be about, you're going to, certain things will be revealed to you that will surprise you when you stop and reflect. When you start evaluating where you are, and you start thinking about, excuse me, when you start thinking about other facets of life, including relationships, all relationships, not just with your partner, but family and friends, etc., and you consider their importance, there are going to be some surprises. The unexpected will happen. You'll say, you know what? Every time I think about giving up such and such hobby or pastime or meetups with whoever, my stomach clenches up a little bit. That must mean more to me than I think it does. And those kinds of revelations are what come up when we reflect. Do you notice that these three swords they're pointing toward the upper three chakras, the higher frequencies of energy that are closer to our spirit and your subconscious. So during reflection, you're going to be tapping into your subconscious more than you realize, using your intuition. Earth signs much prefer practical, everyday, concrete, real life kinds of things. But during Cancer, when the moon is in Cancer, you've got that. And especially remember, you've got these cups cards over here. You're going to be in touch with your intuition, those gut feelings and hunches. You're going to follow them. They're going to surprise you too. Why? Because they're going to make you stop and think. These unexpected revelations that you get when you reflect. This is a night. He's not sick and he's not dying, even though he's resting on a coffin. He's come back from a quest. He's tired and he's restoring himself. This is rest and restoration right here. Well, the Hanged Man represents reflection as well. It's a wait and see, pause. The Hanged Man's world has turned topsy-turvy. Things are not working as well as they used to, and so he wants to take a different perspective. So hanging upside down lets you see the world in a different perspective. And do you see the illumination around his head? And by the way, no he or she for these. It's just, I'm responding to the face of the card, but the energy can be either. But the Hanged Man is seeing some things that when he took that new perspective, when he looked at it from a different angle, like, well, how would this affect, what would my wife think? What would my girlfriend think? What would my boyfriend think? My husband, my fiance? What would my friends think if I were to do this and it affects their lives? Okay? And we're talking about things that affect their lives. So if you were to take such and such course of action, how might they respond? And then you, by examining that from a different perspective, it may enlighten you about things. And it's not to say that you should, if someone disapproves, you should definitely give something up. But considering how other people see things always broadens your mind as well. And helps you uncover some things that you may not have realized. That's going to relate to this card right here in a second. Judgment, because, okay, some kind of wake-up call, coming to the end of a cycle, coming to the end of something. Something is ending. And as you can see, the dead have risen from the dead, answering the Gabriel's horn there, answering the call, and to begin a new cycle, rebirth. And this is also major arcana. This is an important event. So the hangman, well, so is the hangman. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you have 4 of those right now. No, 5, excuse me. Wow, that's a lot of major arcana. Something big is going on with you, Taurus. Something big. Some changes afoot, some manifestations, a powerful move that ends one thing, one cycle, one stage of growth, one phase in your life, and begins another. Interesting. And these different perspectives help wake you up. Let me get one more clarification card here. And that is the Page of Pentacles. Because not only are you, because if you're starting a new journey, you are going to be a page. You will be a novice. There'll be a lot to learn. So you've got your energies, earth energy, material resources and security, and you have water energy, love and emotional fulfillment, creativity, subconscious. Both of these are going to be involved in your new journey. And that's fine. Taurus is not one of those know-it-alls that always has to be right about everything and be the expert. You're willing to take the learner status. And that's going to be very important for this new cycle. Judgment is the 20th card. This is Pluto. Pluto energy is pretty deep. It means you're digging deep. And whatever you're finding from that digging deep, see this whole column here, all of this is about digging deep, reflecting, looking from new perspectives. It changes you. New journey. And now you're going to have to learn a whole different set of minds, maybe a different mindset, a different approach to work or life or something. Okay, well, let's look and see. This with the surprises. This is going to surprise you that the change is bigger than you think it's going to be. More is involved than you realize. And the message from Spirit is about don't become subject to delusions. Remember, where the sun is in Cancer, the Cancer is about the moon and secrets revealed, unknown, mysterious things, emotional. And you had the Page of Cups here. You have the 7 of Cups and you have the 4 of Cups. So there's a lot of water energy there. When we retreat and reflect, and Taurus, this is not your comfort zone. You like the real world. The water signs don't mind getting all wrapped up in, I don't want to say illusionary, but in subconscious and spirit and the spiritual realm, and considering all kinds of aspects of things, not just the concrete aspects. Well, with this water influence here and having the sun in Cancer for the next 30 days or so, you're going to be wrapped up in dreams and wishes and hopes and even fantasies more than you usually are. And it can get easy to be carried away in that. Spirit is telling you, don't fall prey to delusions. And I think that's why the King of Swords is in your shadow work. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Some of these dreams and wishes are great and more realistic for you than others are. And some are an illusion. They may look very glamorous and glitzy on the surface, and then deep down, they're not at all. So what they want you to do, what Spirit wants you to do, is make sure that when you're considering all the possible hopes and desires for the future, that you're keeping it real, you're staying grounded, and you're analyzing with your intellect. That's what the King of Swords does. The King of Swords is actually represented by Aquarius, but Pluto has been in Aquarius. So won't return there for a year or so. But Pluto rules this card. And Pluto has been in Aquarius. Well, Aquarius is in your 10th house of reputation, status, career, goals, and masculine energy. Okay, I'm going to keep this here because I'm pretty sure that this shadow work on using your intellect, not just keeping your nose to the grindstone and working, which is what those earth signs do, but stepping back and using your intellect to analyze is what is going to save you, help you out with this. Spirit's saying you be careful of that. It's very easy to become deluded when we're creating goals and thinking we want something. It's like, be careful what you wish for you may surely get it. Clarification, the Hermit. Yeah. Introspection. So Spirit wants you to reflect. Where did that Four of Swords go? They want you to reflect because that's what, to keep any foundation sturdy, you have to stop and look and analyze. And remember, you had that 7 over here as well. You had the 7. Stop, reflect, reevaluate, analyze, and then move forward. The Hermit is about really taking some time to yourself. You need to really evaluate carefully using your intellect. You need to make sure that whatever goals that you are trying to manifest, whatever intentions you're trying to bring into reality, that they are aligned with truth. And your character that express and communication, that it communicates your truth and your character and your principles accurately to the outside world. Because remember, Jupiter, planet of growth and expansion, is in your first house, which is about your outward idea and self. So whatever introspection occurs, whatever goals result, you need to be sure that they are aligned with truth. Air energy, this is the sword of truth here. Let's look at one more clarification card here. Yes, okay, and there's going to be some conflict involved. However, this is not dirty fighting. These are youths competing with each other to increase their skills. Healthy competition tests you and helps you better yourself. And there's going to be some of that involved. There's going to be some of that involved with this as well. When you're standing up, and the way you can test whether a goal is really true to you or not is test it in competition with something, somebody, some situation. And that's going to help enlighten you as well. The main thing is you've got to use this reflection and the sword of truth to battle falling into this. It's easy to daydream as an escape mechanism. Daydream about all kinds of things that we end up not even working toward, that we just wish fulfillment rather than not really wanting, just wishing. Let's look at the outcome here. We have the 4 of Cups, and this says that currently you were satisfied, you were happy enough, emotionally fulfilled enough, but not really enough. It was like, it'll do. I have everything that people have told me I'm supposed to want. I was programmed. They told me I'm supposed to be happy if I become this, or I work toward that, or I buy this or achieve that. But upon reflection, all that programming may really not have been in my best interests, and that's what's happening here. So one possible final outcome of this is that you're going to see after reflection that you do need to reprogram your subconscious, that maybe you're better at some things than some people told you were. Maybe some things will make you happy that they told you would not make you happy. And maybe some things that were supposed to are not. Maybe you are good at something, but it doesn't bring you emotional fulfillment. You are going to be reprogramming your subconscious with the help of all this water energy and the sun in Cancer. And these 2 cards that had the moon in Taurus and in Cancer. You're going to be using all of that energy to reevaluate, and stand up for your new truth, because you're going to find that truth and you're going to have to fight for it, not in a vicious way, but you're going to have to continue to stand up for it and fight for it in order to align your outward self where Jupiter is for the next year or so. It's going to take a while to do that. And you'll do it by offering this cup of love, by accepting this cup of love on offer. Spirit's saying, hey, will you look over here? I know that these cups are empty now. They don't fulfill you anymore. But look here, I have something that just might. And if you reflect, introspect, consider, and acknowledge the reality of your personal world, then this is waiting for you. Now, where did that spirit card go? A powerful move, because you are ready to manifest. And Spirit's telling you, step forward. It's time. It's time. Program that subconscious to accept these new goals, that you are capable, that you do deserve it, and you're going to move forward. Okay, Taurus, well, that's what I have for you today. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope that you join me again for the next reading. Thank you so much.